People's faces fall on the floor when I tell them the story of something that happened to me in my childhood. My sister told her counselor this story, and her counselor became a cement statue, just stuck. Let's go. So this story is about my stepfather, who was heavily addicted to crack, and he was also a former pimp. Anybody who comes to my channel knows I talk about him a lot, but this isn't a funny story. This is more of like, this is more dark than the normal stories that I tell. So one day, you know, he was telling us to clean up or whatever, and my parents believed in spoil the rod, spoil the child. We got hit with belts and the whole thing. And so he told me to clean this pot, and it was a pot that we had in the broiler of the stove. It's like the lowest part of the oven, the one at the very bottom. And he would cook lamb. It's like that square pot or whatever. Lamb, and it'd be grease all in it and everything. And I cleaned the kitchen, and I was standing there for about 20 minutes with like a scraper scrubbing this pot. And I'm like this scrawny kid, 10 years old. I'm scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, and it just wouldn't get clean. We didn't have a dishwasher. We were very poor. And he came in the kitchen and he goes, I thought I told you to wash this pot. I just put the pot aside because I couldn't clean it anymore. Everything else was spotless. And he said, I thought I told you to clean this pot. And he takes grease and all the muck that's in the pot with his hand, pulls it up and rubs it all over my face. I mean, a big handful across my face. And I had grease from this pot and just, you know, food and everything all over my face. And he told me, don't take it off until I come back. He went to go pick up my mother, and he said, don't take it off your face until I come back. So this story is not for sympathy from anybody. It's just for me to say, well, first of all, my stepfather wasn't just, you know, giving me the street game. There were downsides to having him in my life, because people see the funny stories that I talk about. But also, it's to say this is the point of this story. I don't care who you see up here talking to an audience, okay? There is a real human being here. And you don't know what a person has been through in their life. And even if you disagree with something that they're saying, because on my channel, I say, look, I'm not Christian. I am theist, but I don't believe the Bible, and I am not a Christian. And people have gotten so angry and irate with me. But I want you to see my life as a person. I've been through so much with Christianity. And one of the reasons why I'm not Christian is because that stepfather, he had more bad than good, but he taught me street game. And when we would go to church, he'd be the one, not my mom who was Christian, seeing the people. He would be able to read them so quick, and he would know who's stealing money. He would know who's the wicked, all the wicked people in the church. He'd spot them out right away. And my mom didn't have that ability because he had a different type of knowledge than she had. So I try to find the good in what happened to me as a child. But again, my point is, you never know what a person's life story is. And even though you might disagree with them, try to hear their life story before you just, you know, condemn them. And you may be surprised.